Hello and welcome to Module 4 of Emotional Intelligence Management. In this module, we shall be discussing emotional motivation, that is, harnessing emotion to fuel achievement. By the end of this lesson, students should be able to define emotional motivation and its key components, understand major types and theories of motivation. Students should also be able to learn strategies to build and sustain personal motivation. Students should also be able to explore how emotion influence performance. At the end of this study also, students should be able to recognize the benefit of high motivation. The module content includes the definition and component of emotional intelligent motivation, types and theories of motivation, building personal motivation, emotions and performance. The benefit of high motivation before we draw our conclusion. Let us begin with the introduction. Emotional motivation stands at the heart of human behavior, shaping how individuals think, feel, and act in pursuit of their goal. In both personal and professional environment, the ability to understand and regulate emotion play a powerful role in sustaining commitment, driving performance, and fostering meaningful growth. Emotional motivation is a crucial aspect of emotional intelligence, driving individuals to achieve their goal and pursue their passion. It involves understanding and leveraging emotion to motivate oneself and others, leading to improved performance and well-being. This lecture explores emotional motivation through multiple lenses. That is, the structure of emotional intelligence motivation, the psychological theory that explain why people behave as they do, and the practical strategies individuals can use to strengthen their inner drive. It also examines how emotion influence performance, why emotion fluctuates over time, and how cultivating emotionally intelligent habits can transform challenges into opportunity for growth. What is emotional motivation? Definition. Emotional motivation is the internal drive influence, that is the internal drive influence regulated and sustained by emotional awareness and management. In other words, it is the inner force in other words, it is the inner force that compel an individual to feel how such individual is feeling. So it is the inertia that prompted the emotion in an individual. Core idea: acting not just from logic or external reward, but from powerful emotional connection to your goal. So these are the forces that trigger emotion in an individual. Emotional intelligence motivation involves enthusiasm and resilience, optimism and emotional clarity, using feeling as fuel for sustained action. The key components of emotional motivation include the internal mechanism of how emotion drives action are emotional arousal, that is intensity of feelings, that is something that arises the emotion, intensity of the feelings, such as strong excitement or fear. Then emotional valence, like positive joy. Okay, we have emotional valence which could be positive, example like joy or hope, then which can also be negative like fear or anger. That is emotional valence. Then cognitive appraisal, how you interpret the emotion, that is the challenges versus threat. Goal orientation, which involves approach towards versus avoidance, that is away from your goal, something that make you to pursue your goal, that is the approach, and avoidance, something that make you to relegate your goal. Then behavioral activation, which is naturally action tendency like anger, confront fear, and escape. Together, these turn feelings into focused action. So these are the key components of emotional motivation. Now let us look at types of emotion, what drives us into action. Number one is intrinsic motivation. These are internal forces that compel an individual's emotion, like driven by internal personal interest, enjoyment, or satisfaction. Example: reading for pleasure, playing music for fulfillment. These are, so for example, someone who reads books because he likes reading is an intrinsic motivation. These are some of the internal forces that motivate the person to read. Another example is playing music to have fun or fulfillment. Then we have extrinsic motivation, which is driven by external reward or pressure. Example: working for longer hour in order to receive bonus, studying to have higher grade. They are examples of extrinsic motivation. Then achievement motivation is a desire to excel or reach a particular goal. Example: athletics, breaking records, students aiming for top marks. Then power motivation is the need for to control power, influence, or leadership. So it is the desire to control others. So that is power motivation. We have affiliation stroke social motivation, which is the desire for social relationship and connection. Example: team collaboration, maintaining friendship. So these are forces and types of motivation. Now let us look at the theories of motivation. We have Abraham Maslow's hierarchical need, who propagated the first theory of motivation, who said that human behaviors are influenced according to their needs, and these needs are arranged in hierarchical order, ranging from psychological order to higher level motivation needs, which includes psychological safety, love, esteem, and self-actualization. Okay, the second theory we have is determination theory, developed by Deci and Ryan, which include three inner psychological needs. That's the need for autonomy, that's control, the need for competence, which is effectiveness, and the need for relatedness, that is need for connection. So this theory classifies human needs into three, which serve as inner forces that influence human behavior: the autonomy needs, the competence needs, and relatedness need, that is social. When these needs, intrinsic motivation flourish. Now we have goal setting theory, propounded by Locke and Lothar, which specifies on the specific challenging goal plus regular feedback equals to higher motivation and performance. This theory says that challenging goal plus regular feedback is equals to higher motivation and performance. Let's move further with the theories of motivation part 2, expectancy theory, propounded by Victor Vroom, who said that motivation is equals to expectancy, can I succeed, multiplied by instrumentality, which is will effort lead to outcome, times valency, which involves do I value the outcome. So he said that motivation equals to expectancy multiplied by instrumentality multiplied by valency. So motivation is made up of expectancy, instrumentality, and valence. We have Hasbach two-factor theory, who propagated the theory into hygiene factors. He said that hygiene factors are the satisfier which prevent dissatisfaction, like salary and condition. Now we have motivator like drive satisfaction, which is achievement and recognition. So he classified the factors of motivation into two: the motivators and hygiene factors. According to this theory, hygiene factors are the motivier, while motivators are factors that brings in satisfaction. Now we have McGregor theory X and Y, who propounded two theories. The first theory X The first theory is called Theory X, which states that people are lazy and need control, whereas Theory Y says that people are self-motivated and seek responsibility. Modern management favored Theory Y for empowerment. So these are some of the theories of motivation that we have. Now, building personal motivation, practical strategies to cultivate and sustain drive. This involves one, set a smart goal. So if you want to build a motivation, number one thing you must do is to set a smart goal. Your goal must be specific, it must be measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. Number two step is know your why. That is, connect emotionally to your purpose. Know your purpose. Number three, develop a growth mindset. You must believe your ability, believe if ability can be developed. You must believe your ability that you make it. Then build supportive habit and routine. Reduce reliance on willpower. Then break tasks into smaller steps. Avoid overwhelmed and build momentum. Then use reward and celebrate progress. Reinforce positive behavior. Now create a supportive environment. Remove every distraction. Seek positive people. Then eight, track progress visibly like journals, checklists, and app. Prioritize health, sleep, exercise, and reduce stress. That is stress management. Then practice self-discipline. Act even when motivation is low. Then learn from your failure. Reframe setback as learning opportunity. Now let us look at how emotion influence performance. Positive emotion like joy, enthusiasm increase motivation, creativity, problem solving, and resilience. Then negative emotion like anger and fear can hinder focus, cause error, and decrease motivation if unmanaged. Now let us look at arousal and performance. Too little is very burden and low engagement. Then too much is anxiety and impair performance. Then optimal zone is peak performance, individual zone of optimal functioning. The key framework is effective event theory. Event triggers event triggers emotion that drives behavior. Challenge threat emotion framework. Challenge state improve effort. Threat state hinders. So threat state hinders, whereas challenge state improved effort. Let us look at managing emotion for better performance. Emotional intelligence is key. So how do we manage your emotion for better performance? One, self-awareness of emotion pattern. So you must have the ability of self-awareness. Number two, emotional regulation through mindfulness, reframe, and positive self-talk. Number three, adaptive coping strategies to buffer stress. You have to be adaptability. Then the practical techniques include self-talk, use encouraging affirmation. Then goal setting, always make sure you set a goal that you want to actualize. Then mindfulness, stay present and focus, reduce anxiety. Cognitive reframing, see stress as a challenge, not a threat. So these are some of the practical techniques to improve better performances. Then let us look at benefit of high motivation. In the workplace, it increase productivity, efficiency, and quality. It enhance higher innovation and creativity, improve morale, collaboration, and company culture. It reduce absenteeism and turnover. It enhance company reputation. Then for personal growth and well-being, it enhance greater goal achievement and personal fulfillment. It leads to healthier habits like exercise and learning. It also helps to improve mental health, confidence, positivity, happiness. It also deeper learning and information retention. It helps to enhance resilience and sense of control. So these are the benefits of high motivation. Conclusion. Emotional motivation is fueled by feelings. not just logic or rewards. Understanding types, whether intrinsic or extrinsic, and theories provide insight into human drive. Personal motivation can be built through goals, habits, mindset, and environment. Emotion directly impact performance. Manage them for optimal results. High motivation deliver powerful benefits both professionally and personally. Emotional intelligence is the bridge between feelings and effective, sustained action. Thank you and have a nice day.